I think Stanionis basically what was it? All gas, no brakes was basically made for him.
It was a totally dominant one-sided fight. Don't think anyone beat him in that weight division.
I think Garcia beats him. I don't think he's that good, to be honest.
Garcia isn't even in the same league as Ennis.
I think Garcia's got enough pop to beat him.
Oh my God, seriously. Ennis's jab is just absolute. It's the best jab in boxing.
No. Welcome back to BoxCast. In this episode, we're going to look back at the weekend's fights. The unification fight at welterweight between Jaron Ennis and Eimantas Stanionis. Good result for Boots in this one.
Great result.
What you said, I think, as well, we should credit. 6-round KO. Well, 6-round stoppage. Yeah. Good. I think Stanionis basically what was it? All gas, no brakes was basically made for him. The style, and he's got that reach advantage, a little bit of height advantage, and he just used it.
I said
well, and Ennis turned up, which is the main
thing. It'll go
thing.
one or two ways. It'll either be Ennis's best performance, or it'll be.
Well, he turned up. I think he was suitably motivated, which is what we said. If he turns up,
absolutely battered him.
Yeah.
Didn't give Stanionis
He's faster.
around.
His footwork is better. I think he's got more pop.
Like a fantastic boxing brain.
The weigh-in, did you see the weigh-in? He looked a bit like they looked more similar size, and then afterwards in the fight in the ring, he looked bigger. I think he's rehydrated well.
Proper rehydration.
He hasn't been limited by the IBF £10 rule.
Just the. Don't think anyone beat him in that weight division at all.
Well, I was gonna say that, but we've got some fights coming up where there's some people stepping up into welterweight.
No one
the
beats
Ryan
Ennis.
Garcias and Haney's, the winners of those fights.
Too small.
But I don't know, Garcia's quite
too small.
Big for the 140 size, isn't he? So he's similar.
Too small. Can't take a punch.
You don't think any of them will be able to take that pop?
Ennis
what about
Ennis won't be fighting them anyway. Ennis will clean up this division and then move up.
Don't you think he'll have bigger fights if he sticks with for weights for them? Well, he said he wants to become undisputed.
He'll come undisputed and then just move
Brian
on.
Norman Jr.
Yeah.
I think Barrios he takes care of fairly straightforwardly. I think Brian Norman Jr. will be a little bit trickier. But then if Garcia or whoever wins out of them come up.
Garcia, Haney, they're tied up for the next 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to have these fights and then in 6 months' time they'll fight each other.
Yeah, but if Ennis has got Barrios and
Brian
Norman, he's got 2 fights as well.
So then,
and then after that, if he's undisputed...
Moves up.
But has he got bigger fights there than Garcia and...
You're saying biggest fight be Crawford?
Crawford's not going to be there, is he?
Why isn't he?
Well, he isn't. He's fighting Canelo or whatever. He's doing the same thing, jumping 2 weights.
That'll be a catch weight.
Well, no, I think it's a 168, isn't it?
Crawford can't make 168 unless he looks like a fat bastard.
Well, I think he walks around about 180-ish, doesn't he? 170.
Ennis Crawford is the fight. I've said that for a long time.
It might be because Canelo's later, but I think Ennis's work next is cleaning up the division, and then if the others do come up, I think if they get a name and they stick a 147, I think they're big fights for him.
And Ennis will move up after he's cleaned up.
Because I think he gets hit too much.
Who? Ennis? He takes it?
Yeah, but you still get... That's from a smaller guy. When he gets hit by somebody who can pop.
Like who? Like Ryan Garcia? Or Devin Haney?
Not Devin Haney.
What weight was Ryan Garcia?
About 2 tons overweight. What was he, about 144 or 145? Non-high. You know?
Yeah, so he can't even... Not even at 147?
No, but I think he's got the stature to be 147 isn't that difficult for him. And he's got the pop.
Boots Ennis would absolutely tear him apart.
I think Garcia beats him. I think he gets hit too much.
He got hit about 4 times in the fight.
Didn't it?
And he loves it.
In the commentary, it looks like it, but actually, if
he
you look at the
loves getting
CompuBox,
hit.
No, I think in this he opened up a little bit anyway. But if you actually go on punch stats, it's not that far apart. It's just he had more because he threw a lot more punches. Because if you go, we'll do it, isn't it? He's thrown 424 punches, but landed 81. And Stanionis has thrown 185 and landed 58. So whilst he looked really good, actually the difference is not that huge.
Oh my God, seriously?
Yeah.
What were you watching?
The same, but this is numbers from CompuBox that show how many punches
bloody
landed.
numbers. Get off with your numbers. It was a totally dominant one-sided fight. Stanionis.
Yeah. I'd say it's basically 5 rounds to Ennis.
Ennis would
And 1
destroy
round to
Garcia.
Stanionis. I think Garcia beats him.
Whatever.
I don't think he's that good, to be honest.
Garcia isn't even in the same league as Ennis.
I think Garcia beats him. I don't think Haney, but I think Haney'd be a good, interesting fight because Haney's heavy as well. In his boxing skill, I think he's got more skill. I think Garcia's got enough pop to beat him. Obviously, they would have beat who they would have fight next. Because I think Haney's got a tough fight against Thingy. And then I think Brian Norman Jr. gives him a good fight. I think he beats Barrios, but I think Brian Norman Jr. gives him a good fight as well. And I think, but yeah, fair enough. We know what you think. All right. One of the commentators there on the DAZN thing was saying if he steps up to 154, he'd be the best in that division.
Yeah, I'd see that.
He beats Murtazalia, beats Virgil Ortiz Jr. Let's take Crawford out because we don't know.
He toys with Virgil Ortiz Jr. Toys with him. It'd be a boring fight, but he just toys with him. He'd just dance him around the ring. I don't think Ortiz Jr. gets near him.
See, I think he gets caught and Ortiz has got enough power more than Stanionis.
I don't think Ortiz Jr. gets nowhere near him.
Murtazalia will pop him.
No, I don't think so. Ennis's jab is just absolute. It's the best jab in boxing.
No.
Name one.
Bivol.
No.
Bivol, Shakur.
Shakur has not got a better jab.
Shakur is much better defensively, though. Bivol is basically his game is around
Thing
the jab.
with Ennis is willing to take a few punches. He'll take one punch to get 8 off.
Yeah, but he doesn't land them. See, that's what my point is. He threw the punches. Like, if you look at his jabs, you're saying he's got the best jab. How many jabs do you think he landed in that fight?
I'd say he lands 20, 25 jabs a round.
No. How many jabs he landed in this fight? 2, 5,
Bollocks.
3, and 2.
No, sorry.
He was out-jabbed by
This is where
Stanionis.
you have a problem with your stupid CompuBox. It's pointless.
That's how many jabs he landed.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
No,
he landed more power punches, which was good. And what he did well was the power punches to the body, which is what he did. He basically Stanionis couldn't do his normal punch output because he his body shots were really, really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, his combinations and his hand speed is really, really good. His footwork in this was better than I think against Chukadzian and who did he fight before that? It was did he fight Avanesian before that? Or did he fight?
Told you. Put a live opponent in front of Ennis and you'll see the best of him. Don't judge him off bloody Chukadzian who tucked up for 12 rounds and didn't want to know. Or all the other fights.
Well, no, I don't think it was Chukadzian's. I think it was more Ennis's that they wanted to get him out of there fast and was rushing the fight rather than this one where I think he was a bit, he's up.
Put him in front of a guy like Stanionis who no one wanted to fight.
Yeah.
And he absolutely battered him from pillar to post. Stanionis didn't get near him, just wore him down, broke his heart, broke his nose, and just destroyed him. And that's what he'll... In that division and the weight division above, I think he just destroys everyone. He breaks them down.
One, yeah, I think he will probably wins. Like I said, he'll have, I think, a tougher fight with Brian Norman Jr., but I think he can win. But I think if the other stars pop up, or if he goes the division above, I think he will have more trouble. I don't think he's
too fast and too powerful. Whatever.
I just annoy you on purpose.
Whatever.
But yeah, what do we think next? So unifications.
Yeah. Unifications
Barrios and Brian Norman Jr.
and then move up. He's 27 years old. He's got
time.
loads of time. He's just getting better and better and better. Most probably, I'd say he's already in the top 10 pound for pound. A couple more fights, move up a division.
Who would you take out the top 10 pound for pound to put him in?
I'd say he's round about number 8, 7, 8 at the minute.
So if we start, we've got the three amigos at number 1 to 3.
Oh.
In a way,
I wouldn't put anyone in the top 3.
And Crawford.
They're not in my top 3.
But the only double undisputed guys.
Still not in my top 3.
Go on then, who's in your...
Crawford doesn't fight enough.
Okay.
He's
still
to
the
warrant
best,
it.
but anyway.
He's in the top 10, but he doesn't fight enough.
Okay.
Bivol's number 2.
Okay. So Usyk number 1. Bivol number 2.
And then for me, Bam Bam.
Okay. Then
you put Canelo. Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
And then on recent performances, then I'll be putting Ennis.
No. I think he's top 20. I don't think he's top 10. I think the top 10 stays the top 10. I don't think he's close to any of those guys. He hasn't done anything. He's only unified in one division. He hasn't done anything. No achievements.
Okay.
You put him above Inouye, who's a four-weight world champion, a 2-weight undisputed. Crawford is 3-4 weight undisputed.
Crawford doesn't fight enough.
Doesn't matter. He's still the best.
When was Crawford?
Every boxer who's a boxer says he's the best boxer.
Not for me.
Usyk is 2-weight undisputed.
Usyk I've put number 1, so you can't argue with that.
Bivol undisputed lightweight, all right, but yeah, he's shown by beating Canelo another pound for pound at that day.
Yeah.
I think Canelo has to be at number 5, probably outside 4. You got the 3, then Bivol, then Beterbiev, then Canelo. I think Beterbiev still has to be there because how close he runs Bivol, they're basically neck and neck. So you got the 6. I would have Nakatani and Bam Bam. So this down to 8. Who else have I missed? Yeah, maybe 10th. So all right, I'll go on. I'll give him 10th spot. Only because Javonta's last performance was pretty awful. I think Shakur would probably have to be there. So, although again, he hasn't done enough, I don't think.
They don't fight enough.
Well, they are now. He's coming up, aren't they? So
they've got to keep fighting. And it'll all change after when they start fighting. But until they start fighting, when's Crawford next fight due?
Against Canelo in September. Or-ish. That's what the rumours are.
And when was his last fight before that?
He doesn't need to fight. He's
Exactly.
The best.
He's just
There's no competition for him, isn't it? He's that good. He has to go 2 weight classes up to fight a
needs
pound
to
for pound
fight more
fighter.
to stay in the pound for pound list.
But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I think a good performance roundup. Summary, I think, yeah, still some to do to be thing. But he's got age on his side. If he improves, I don't like his little bit of laziness, though. He's almost knows he's that good. He drops his hands a little bit and does get caught on punches. And it's the same punch. It's what Chagadzian caught him with, what Avanesyan caught him with. Even Stanionis got him with him. When he throws jabs and some of the hooks to the body and stuff, he drops his hands too low. And against somebody who can actually punch, with enough
So
power.
Stanionis can't punch?
Not as much as some people.
I give up. I absolutely
Stanionis
give
knocked
up.
him down. Well, pushed him down.
I give up. I genuinely give up.
No, it was a good fight, but yeah, I think Ennis is good, but he will get found out.
Yeah, okay.
Right, next one. Raymond Ford and Mattice. Not really going much into this, but yeah, Ford basically clean sweeped every round.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed with Mattice in the
Yeah.
second half of the fight. Just basically covered up and walked forward and didn't really throw punches. Nice to see Ford back.
We're going to give the punch stats in this. This is interesting. So Ford threw 510, landed 128. Mattice threw 126 and landed 24 over a 10-round fight. And it was basically like 0, 5, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 0, 4, 0. Last round, when you're losing 0 punches.
It's hard to look good when someone doesn't want to fight.
Yeah. But Ford's was good.
Yeah, I think the other...
He's basically won every round.
The other champions fighting
convincingly.
in Japan for the title, and then I forgot what his name was. Ford and him will fight because they're in the same... Both under Eddie Hearn. Yeah, so he can... good 10
Good
round.
to see him back in it.
Yeah, he's a quality operator, Ford. I'd like to see him in Nick Ball rematch.
Yeah. I think he needs a little bit to round out his style a bit forward. I think Ball is there. He needs to round up. But then, yeah, a rematch would be...
Yeah, I need a
think
better
good.
opponent than Mattice as well.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. He needs to have some
Mattice,
ramp up his, like...
Just absolutely shocking, to be fair.
It didn't come to fight, isn't it, basically? So
just
it's
absolutely shocking, to say the least.
So, yeah, good to see him back. I think there's not much more to say on that. So, yeah, good performance from Ennis. Slightly different views on where he is in the game.
That's just
But
because you
well
don't
done
rate
to
him.
you that you got the correct thingy. I don't rate him. I had to be honest.
No,
I don't.
because you rate weirdos.
I like Crawford. Crawford kills him. But anyway.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, credit where it's due. Good performance. I think more where he should be. So let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you think I'm more going the right direction or if Simon is. Do you think he's top 10 pound for pound now? And where do you think he should go next? And yeah, like, subscribe, and the usual goodness. And we shall see you in the next one. Thank you very much.